Thank you for joining me, fellow Guardians. This is Sam from Multiverse Mission Control, and today's quest is Pyre. So, last time, a mysterious star took us to the Isle of Kelmer, where we whipped the Pyre Hearts once more. Sir Gilman felt a lot better about himself and about his current path towards honor, but he also got banishment sickness. Oh well. So now we're all set to face off against the Chastity. Knock Manly down a peg. Hopefully face the fate in the Liberation Rite and free Jody. Unfortunately, this is the last of the session I'm doing today, so I'm feeling a little dumb right now. Oh, hello. The Dissidents.
Oi! What the bloody blazes?
Barker notices your wagon at his flank there and begins to laugh.
Well, if it isn't the Nightwings flaunting their fancy little flying wagon, eh? You think you're better than us, mates, eh? Pah! You ain't better than the dung I stepped in last night. Now get on out of here, or I've a mind to leap on over there and rip your gizzards out, you hear me?
That's against the rules. Bad Barker. Oh, hold on. I must knock everyone. The accusers.
How dare you, you Nightwing scum! You blasted fools! You cannot intimidate the accusers! We shall face you soon enough in the forthcoming Rite, but first, we have another pack of fools whom we must vanquish shortly. Until then, stay out of our way.
I picked the Chastity. I ain't facing you. A gloom hangs above the pit of Malith, all around it. You are brave to seek our adversaries here again, reader. Many in the downside believe it to be nothing other than a foul den. They take the tales of Eastlock Astralborn to be mythology, embellished through retelling over time. Yes. You have met others such as Witchwood Milde who believe otherwise. Although whichever their beliefs, I know of none who would go near the place unless the stars demanded it. Thus shall your coming Rite against the Chastity take place in complete secrecy, as always the Rites have. Meh. Bertrude slithers up to you as the black wagon passes through the skies above her former abode.
Our kind who lurk below, they would scarce believe what we saw above them now. We told them when Sandalwood came to fetch us that we shall not return for some time.
You use the royal we. Okay.
Our most accomplished laborers, with whom we shared so many moons in exile, we trust that they shall carry forth the reputation of our services, for we taught them all we know.
I probably knew this, I'm just, again, tired and dumb. She seems almost nostalgic as she lists off the various services provided at Big Bertrude's. Curses, bombs, potions, powders, cleaning reagents, sleep medicines, fungicides, seances. Big Bertrude's earned quite a name for itself throughout the downside, for these and other things.
When we are finished here, provided we do not return from whence we came, we shall return to our establishment and carry on our business there, for there is much demand.
Cold Moat. The north route through Flagging Hands crosses a mass grave. The lone minstrel knows of a morbid yet potentially lucrative task along this route. No thank you. Plague Mont. Bertrude believes this is the faster route. You should have time to pursue your vocations. Well, favor with the noob at the cost of no one else plus vocation time. How can I say no? Another lone minstrel thing. Stardust in Fellowfield. But no. Bertrude. Plague Mont. You arrive in the soiled grounds of Flagging Hands, already anticipating the sinking feeling that comes with the place. This time Bertrude has something to say for it.
We shall show you how to withstand the less pleasant qualities of this locale.
She reveals various salves and minor enchantments that help to counteract the spirit-draining effects of the region. Soon everyone is feeling better, if but for the assurances. Henceforth, you shall not suffer penalties to hope in this region. Lovely! Bertrude! Thanks be to Bertrude. Thank you so much. Ah, you are a gem. Okay, and the Beyonder Crystal seeks Bertrude. No sooner do we touch down. Alright. Flagging Hands, what have we got? In the words of Molten Malith, the Wild Witch,
beyond the valley lies the Flagging Hands, which could be called a swamp if an entire sea could merely be called a lake. Soon after our arrival, several of us fell into a dark despair, such were the environs. I found it rather fascinating, though. It held aspects reminiscent of the southern bogs we dwelt in as a tadpole? We grew accustomed to the dampness of the air, and grew to savor certain twigs and beetles. It can be said that the flagging hands are an acquired taste, recommendable only for those of our same bent, or perhaps the downsized native imps. The sea surrounded the environments on 3 sides, appearing insurmountable at first. Okay. My lovely reader comes to me again. To what do I owe the pleasure? Okay, what's up? I thought I told you to be gone. She's pushing you away as she did before. Perhaps I ought to cease my services to you if you insist on disrespecting my wishes thus. Would that sound good to you, O reader? Imagine not having access to the loathsome trinkets which I grant you. Imagine those idiots of yours having to get by without my tutelage. I can imagine it just fine myself. I was once a weapon used to kill an emperor. Attempt to kill him, anyway. Now I am once again a tool being exploited, soon to be discarded. Go on then, leave me be. Go about your business, and let us pretend we do not know full well how this shall end between us. Aww. I choose to send Sandra to the... no. Okay. Very well. Let us consider who among those idiots is worth my limitless time. I'm actually afraid of you and Bertrude coming into contact with each other right now. You asked Sandra to administer? Yeah. The old bog crone, then. She does have some potential, I should think. More so than most of those with whom you share that little residence. Then let us bring her forth. Soon Bertrude appears in heat of the summons. We sense that thou hast need of us. Oh, crap. There. I swear to God if the mic isn't right this time. That was distressing enough to learn in Horizon. May have affected the entire session's worth. Okay, good. That's good. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens mask. Listen well, crone. You answer to me here. How very eloquent. May your vast experience exceed your knack for pleasant conversation. I trust you shall have little trouble here without the benefit of your more communicative friends. Now come. Okay, a cur, an imp, and a worm. The quick dudes that a crone might have trouble with. Darn. It's worth a shot. Get out of here. Ah, damn. Not to mention, worms can just teleport right back to the end of their trail. I should be careful. Lest I let Bertrude's efforts go to waste. Damn it! Panicking is unlike Bertrude. Play the role, Sam. What the hell? If I lose once in these scribe trials, it's over. Basically. Rather, if I get banished once, they score. To put it a little more accurate. That was not... I did not mean to stumble in. Oh no. That's okay. It's alright. For now, they are only 2. And by that, I can beat them. Simple as that. Yeah. Yeah. And with that, I've got unique talismans for my whole party at present.
At least until Volfred joins.
A simple test, undeserving to be called a challenge.
I ought to fail you just for gloating, crone, but these are not my rules, and your performance was sufficient. Thus you have passed my test. Congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. Bertrude, Pemitha, and Sandra. I gave them very similar voices. But they're all very conniving kinds of people anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, good riddance to that mouthy wraith. Show us then what trinkets she bestoweth upon us.
Oh, you already know. Melith's tail. Birch's blast pierces through solid objects. The Sisters of the Arch cut into her skin. Once she was through with them, she shed the rest. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, though. Oh my god. That is... And her range is already kind of crazy. Oh my god. Found my berries. Okay. Well. Volfred's feeding the drive imps. Jodariel is trimming her horns. Pemitha's out on a hunt. Bertrude is arguing with Faye. Why? Sir Gilman is recuperating. Tizo is running the centrifuge. Tariq is keeping a lookout. Sandra's doing nothing. Alright, how we doing? Let's go. You spend a quiet afternoon in the soiled grounds of Plaguemont, surveying the area with some of your companions.
Our search produces nothing of import.
Skrara!
Tizo seems convinced the surrounding area is safe and secure for now. Your investigation yields nothing of note. The three of you return to the wagon for the remainder of the day, where you should have time to pursue your vocations. Global... Hold on. Who needs talk? Jodariel! What's up? You find Jodariel seemingly deep in thought. You consider whether even to bother her. Your presence is not unwelcome, reader. Remain a moment, please. She stares at you for some time. Today marks the beginning of my 16th year in exile. You look back at her and remain silent. You sense that all she wants from you right now is for you to listen. I have kept count, but put notches in this breastplate of mine for each passing day. Notice how much it has frayed. 16 years, reader. The orphans whom I fostered would be long since fully grown. Some of them are likely gone. Many of them spoke of how they longed to one day serve with me on the blood border. Sometimes I cannot help but wonder, if I were captain, could I have protected them? Could I have made a difference? I think not. The Commonwealth and the Highwing remnants, they have fought eternally. Those such as I have come and gone throughout the age. I catch myself feeling pity for my years, but then, had I remained there on the blood border, it is unlikely I would have lived to see this day. She looks at you again. Do you know why they cast me down? I was a decorated captain. They said I was the best. She closes her eyes a moment before she continues. One day, it was a standard patrol, but I ran across a pack of harp fledglings, fully armed and preparing for a strike, but all on their own. They were nothing for my regiment. We ensnared them all, and took them in. A considerable prize. They were not yet conditioned and could be made to talk. When the order came down that they were to be executed, I could not bring myself. The Commonwealth, priding itself on mercy, committing such acts through one such as me. It was unconscionable. So I thought then, at least, in my younger years. I let the damned birds go. Made no claims as to the contrary, and turned myself in. Jody! I love you so much right now! I was cast down the following week, 16 years ago. Thus my enemies had the last laugh in that exchange. If I were faced with the same choice again today, I do not know for certain that I would have chosen just the same. Now then, I shall go mark this occasion as I have always done. Be well, reader. She heads out of the wagon alone. And finally I know your story. Jody. Hedwyn was one of the children you had in your care. That's how you knew each other. Oh my. Jody. You're getting out of here. It cannot be otherwise now. Your deepening knowledge, yeah. Glory, its fundamental purpose. What have you come to understand of the book? Can you recite its pages yet by heart? Have you internalized its teaching? In its lack of limits, you experience yours. Righteousness. Okay. Let's go. First we douse Manly's pyre. Then we get Jody out of here.
Hey guys, you know what I was just thinking? Maybe I should have a sale or something here sometime. But then again, my prices are as low as they can go, so I don't think I can. Just can't do it, guys.
Naturally. 63. I can't afford that. I can with this. Oh, but I should keep that on. I should have something to give Volfred. And I'm too much of a fool to get rid of these. Sorry, Ron. Can't do it today.
Must be a lucky day here, or I don't know what, Dad.
Anyone need to talk? I need to see that. Whoa. No, let me hover over it. What's this? Float flagging fungus. Occasionally produces foul-tasting mushrooms that are strangely satisfying to pluck from it. Like bubble wrap, I guess. Okay. The Pit of Melith, in the words of Luce Glorian. If there is one celestial landmark in which I would never again wish to tread, unless, of course, the stars beseeched me to, it has to be the pit. 'Twas dark in there beyond all reckoning. If not for Melith's sorceress lantern, all of us, we all would have been lost. What lies within the pit is not to be invoked, although I have no doubt our goodly Underking shall be unable to prevent himself from boasting of how Melith sealed it there for an entire age. The thing yet lies there, on the edge of death. Through its connection to the stars, it gives the pit significance. Walk there with courage and a steady mind. Staring at the book. Conversing with the lone minstrel. Wandering in the crystal. Practicing her breathing. Dining alone. Trying to sleep. Praying for guidance. Hopping around outside. Right. Okay. As you await the stars, a form dressed in the raiments of the Rites approaches you and Volfred. You at first presume it is for one of your next adversaries, the Chastity. But he cannot be one of them. Beside you, Volfred starts, something you have never seen him do. You observe the color that he wears, an inverse of the Nightwings. Volfred Sandalwood. It has been a while. No, this cannot be. The demon unfastens his mask. It can. You perished. I watched you fall. You did. I grieved for years, yet now you live. I do. Although these horns, they grew long ere I could walk again. Unbelievable. Then why are you here now, Oralek? A former exile of the Nightwings, betrayed and abandoned in his moment of glory. You know full well, Volfred, to reclaim what is mine by right. The demon Oralek leaves without another word, just as the stars above burst to life and seem to set the sky aflame. Well, that's just bad timing, isn't it? Time Singer Harn. Yes. Wow. No. No Titan stars for me. Not yet. Maybe another playthrough.
Reader, what lunacy is this? 'Twould appear the Nightwings are to stand against themselves this time around. This is a mutiny in violation of the sacred law.
What?
The exile whom you face, Oralek. Long ago he had his chance, and he relinquished it. He cannot simply claim it now.
So we're not fighting...
I cannot preside over this nonsense. Good night.
Whoa, so we're not actually fighting the Chastity right now? Oh god. What happened to the Chastity? The stars showed we were to face them. They must have suffered a misfortune of some sort. Tampering with the stars' designs is not permitted, Orlek. Cheating the worthy of their rightful liberty is not permitted either, Volfred. You must know I took no part in that betrayal. Search your heart. Orlek says nothing for a time, then... Where are your raiments, Volfred? I have refused to wear them since, in show of solidarity to you. And to elude the voice, I would suppose. Yes, that too. I see. You were never very good at this anyway. We shall see if that new lot of yours is any better. You cannot be serious. What sense is there in us standing against each other? But Orlek puts on his mask and stands ready. I shall crush this lot of yours, Volfred. You shall see that I am not so easily discarded, and you shall not deny my liberty again. Holy fuck! Holy fuck! What? Reader, the adversary whom we face, Orlek. He is not one to back down. He was very experienced in the rites, even at the time, and so beware. There was no one in his day who could prevail against him, and he appears even stronger now. I wish I had more valuable advice to give in this. I wish I had foreseen this. Well, holy balls. What can we determine? The true Nightwings? Excuse me? Whatever. Orlek. Okay. My word. Got a savage on your team. Dark Vigor. Oh boy. Great. This could be nasty. Well, let's have a demon of our own on the team. For the sake of learning their story, I would have Pamitha and Bertrude. Against an imp and a savage, yes, I could see it. In this, Bertrude's ability to go through walls may prove invaluable. Such a triumvirate you've assembled, Volfred. Then let us see what they can do. Come and face me, false Nightwings! You got some real bulls impugning on my... I'm not gonna talk now. Whoop, shit. I meant to pass it to Pamitha. Ah, crap! No! This sucks. Damn it! Shit! Shit!
Boom!
Damn it, that's not what I meant to do. I'm too flustered to function right now. No! Relax. Fool. Oh, that's not what I meant at all. No fuck. No fuck. No fuck. No fuck. No fuck. No fuck. He's done. It's done. But I haven't lost yet. Feat of glory achieved. And my aura is better. Booyah! Just relax. Who is this fool who dares to tell what a true Nightwing is? So long as our pyre yet burns, this is not over. But come now, let us put an end to it. Asshole! Coming out of nowhere, talking shit. Fuck you. True Nightwings are right here, playa. You, who call yourselves the Nightwings. It seems that you have learned something from Sandalwood after all. But you are the Nightwings in name only. And as for the rites, it is a mockery of what it once stood for. All of this is a stain upon the legacy of the scribes. Volfred looks on as Oralek departs without another word. Oralek, forgive me. Okay, Wolf. Tell me stuff. Oralek. He has changed. Scarce resembles now the one with whom we traveled then. I am afraid so. I can only begin to imagine what he has been through all these years. Reader, as you can see, Oralek and I, we have some years in common. A story for another day. I need some time to look at how all this affects our plan. Reader, Oralek is a principled person. His freedom was denied him just when it was in his grasp. A doleful tale. Volfred shall tell you more of him in due time. Of that I have no doubt. For now it seems the stars beseech you once again outside. There, deep in the infinite dark, once more you see a single star shining brighter than the rest. To the fall of Solium, then. The fate. Looks like they made it. I'm glad to see that even without my interference, the Chastity did not overtake them. Once more then, onto the fall of Solium. Excellent. Our plan proceeds at pace. We need but continue to make good on all such opportunities the stars present, so much as possible. Then our ranks within the Commonwealth may yet grow strong enough that we shall sway the people toward our cause. It shall be difficult, but the people have their hearts and consciences, and the Commonwealth has long since lost its way. The never-ending wars with the Highwing remnants, the passing of more sentences of exile than ever before, for increasingly more dubious causes. The burning of books, the outlawing of literacy, these are corruptions of the teachings of the scribes. Together we shall prove it, soon enough. Volfred, sir. What of Orlek? Volfred says nothing in response at first, but then... Orlek appears to have his own agenda now. We shall have to try and keep an eye on him, although our plan remains the same. Anyway, we have a mountain which we need to climb. Let's all rest up a bit, if possible, this night. We fly at break of dawn. Tizo! Oh yeah, you would probably be... I should have had you go up against them. I'm so sorry. That was your comrade. It's only right. Tizo seems despondent following the confrontation with Orlek, though then again you might have been unwilling. Tizo is filled with mixed emotions at having seen Orlek again. Like Volfred, he thought for sure that Orlek had perished years ago. Nyah! Tizo's angry that Orlek acted so unfriendly with everyone. Then the little imp looks at you with sadness in his eyes, but says no more. He skitters up into the rafters. You don't have to say anything, buddy. I know that's rough. Jodariel's reconnoitering. Volfred's conferring with the minstrel. Pamethos seeking fresh water. Bertrude's having a drink with Sir Gilman. Faye's picking out her food. Yeah. Okay. The Nightwings. In the words of Haub, the Swallow, the Accursed.
What is a life without an adversary? If not for forces that conspire against the will, life would be devoid of its innateness, the desire to overcome. Thus, when we, the Eight, at last each fashioned a triumvirate based on our own ideals, we realized a void still needed to be filled, as the night sky needs moonlight. We Eight were united. Our triumvirates shared our affection. They needed us to set them all against a common foe. Thus did we form the Nightwings, a triumvirate envisioned to exceed them all, both through means mortal and divine, and give an undue favor in each turning of the cycle. They are the adversary we all face.
And now it's turned upon itself. I did ask where the Nightwings fit into it all. A team literally designed to be hated by everyone and to poke at them in turn. The Ascent and the Fall. You sense Jodariel should gain favor from the scribes if you land here. She might need it too. You sense Pamethos shall gain favor. You land amidst the old masonry of Mount Elodiel, at whose summit awaits the Liberation Rite. Thus begins our third ascent to the fall of Solium. My agents in the Commonwealth report our plan is proceeding. Let us strive again to liberate one of our own, and raise its chances. Sitting quietly with Faye, securing the wagon, sleeping it off, studying formulae, patrolling back and forth, glad to see he's back up. Up in the rafters, wallowing in nothingness, not around. Okay. With some time to spare after having landed, you join Jodariel on a brief expedition to the monument of Solium Mur. I wonder if you scribes are listening at all, much less to one such as I who never held much faith in any of you. Perhaps I ought to have been more open-minded. I am not here to ask of you your favor then, but to apologize, for I was certain your time long since passed, and I was wrong. Soon you and she are finished paying your respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Solium Mur has shown you favor. You shall soon begin your ascent, though there is time as yet to pursue your vocations. Jodariel gained +2 hope for the next rite. Ooh. Huh? Jodariel seems to be fidgeting with her horns. Blast these wretched things, reader. Have you any inkling as to how unwieldy they become with age? I long for the days when the wound in my leg was chief among my bodily concerns. Say they look heavy, say they look good, say nothing. It seems one never grows entirely accustomed to becoming a demon in the downside. You find it difficult to imagine Jodariel without her stately horns. Say nothing. You know a rhetorical question when you hear one. Best let she speak her mind. For once, I'm gonna say nothing. You remain silent, sensing that Jodariel was not seeking a specific response from you in this case. She soon continues. I suppose there is no way to know for certain the experience of having horns other than to sprout them for oneself. 10 years or so into my stay with this blasted place, I first felt protrusions from my skull. They remained hidden by my hair for quite some time, but I knew that would not last. We all heard much of the demons of the Commonwealth. In the Commonwealth, sinners rightfully exiled would assume their rightful form. Thus, when my horns started to sprout, I took it as an indication that perhaps this was indeed the fate that I deserved. You did not. Don't tell yourself that. She trails off a while. I know somewhat better now. Anybody of our kind, left down here long enough and left alive, becomes like this. Something in the climate, difficult to say. A disease of sorts, but not a deadly one. If anything, the opposite. If we live long enough, then we live longer still, like this, extending thus our sentence into exile. Sometimes I think if these horns are here to symbolize my sins, then surely they are going to recede if ever I return. On nights when these damned horns prevent my sleep, my thoughts inevitably stray to that hopeless idea, a naive hope which never leaves despite prolonged attempts to rid myself of it. Horns are not worth the trouble, reader. She nods wryly as she heads out into the afternoon. Well, they won't get any bigger. I can at least assure you of that much. So this should be the last of the globals then. The book seems to push back against you. Your sense of its hidden meaning crumbles under layers of contradiction, of missing details, and yet you feel a thorough knowledge of it now. It is more artifact than book. Its power almost solely rests with the reader, who makes time to form a certain meaning from the many passages unwritten. Yet the glimpse of knowledge you approached just then called back at you to stop and go no further, not to press too forcefully against the outer limits of your understanding. Nevertheless, for what you recognize shall have to be the final time, inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within. Even now you cannot tell. So from henceforth, I'm either looking for talismans or I'm mentoring people. You look up to see the lone minstrel there. You had not noticed him. He looks up at you with his strange eyes, a color not unlike the bindings of the book, and he smiles at you faintly. The moment passes and he turns to go about his business. He leaves you there. You realize you are clutching the Book of Rites to your chest. You manage to pull away. I know what you did. I probably did so before. The high road or the cistern? Tizo. Or Fae. I do want to see... I do want Fae to accompany Jodie on the end. She was the first of many comrades after Hedwyn and Ruki, you know? Besides, it's been too long since I've used her. I don't want to get rusty. Game will make me use her again. While traversing the fading glory on the way to the summit, you pass a monument to Jomware Manymane, and Fae happens to take notice. Thanks be to each of you 8 scribes, for it is you who have united us together in this, your most sacred tradition. The path and the outcome are the same, is that not so? But I need not ask, for I am sure of it, and so I shall follow unflinchingly the path you have prepared for me. Soon you and she are finished paying your respects. As you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Drumware Manymane has shown you favor. +2 presence. Alright. You and your companions arrive again at the Scribe's Gate, before an archway carved out of stone. Shall we read her? The minstrel leads you toward his counterpart, who seems unsurprised to see you all approach. The exiles of the Nightwings, and you again, Tariq. Greetings, Celeste. Aye, we have returned. The stars shine darkly these past nights. Nothing more than a portent of your arrival, is it? Likely nothing more. Now they are ready for you. Then come forth, each of you in turn. Please state your name and what it is that you seek whilst crossing the Scribe's Gate. Wait, you. She points to Bertrude. You are new amongst this group. You shall go first. Please do as she asks, Bertrude, madame.
We are known throughout the downside as Big Bertrude. We follow Sandalwood, for we are fond of him. He led us into exile, and he shall lead us out.
The Gate Guardian acknowledges her and motions for the rest of you to proceed. Everyone does so as before, including you. Once you have all declared yourselves, she regards you all for another moment, and beckons toward the mountain's top. I would be curious to see if anyone altered their story a little bit, though. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Thank you, Celeste. Until the summit, Tariq. I'll be glad to see the Fate here, out of all of them.
Hey, welcome back, you guys. You know, I guess this is a pretty decent spot for business all of a sudden. Because used to be, it was real bad up here, you know? I'd be here and just wait and wait and wait, and sometimes it gets real cold, like I was telling you before, and stuff like that. So anyway, you buying anything or what?
$31, $63. Bottled Void. Whoa. Nah. Not too unpredictable. Very well. This is your liberation right. I'm not gonna take any chances.
So I'll be seeing you guys.
Checking in with the others, meditating, preparing in silence, inspecting talismans, contemplating his existence, deep in thought, resting quietly, laughing to herself, searching the sky. Right. Fuck it. Don't think too much. Again, you have reached the Fall of Solium, where one among you can go free, provided you prevail against the Fate in the Liberation Rite. Reader, we would ask a moment of your time. We have to talk. As darkness falls, the minstrel and Volfred pull you aside. We have some news that is, depending on how you look at it, potentially unfortunate. The lone minstrel directs your attention towards the dark night sky. The stars are fading. It is true. With the advent of the Titan stars, visibly fewer stars seem to be shining than once you saw in the sky above. Yes, the stars themselves are vanishing. Why, I do not yet understand, but what it indicates is this. The rites are drawing to an inexorable end. The light of the stars. Without it, the rites would be unable to commence. Anyway, that is the bad news. The good news is there are a lot of stars to go. How many liberation rites remain, I do not know as yet. The arithmetic is complicated. An estimation of the number of the stars, the rate at which they fade, the accelerating rate at which we're being summoned here. Anyway, I'll work it out as soon as possible. For now, I felt you should be aware. We can inform the others in due time. At the moment, though, they have this right to think about, and so do you. Look forth. As the stars above begin to shine, Volfred's words begin to sink in. It seems you have a limited number of chances remaining to liberate your companions, including this one now. Probably should have waited until after to tell me that. I need to be, like, fully focused. But But I did go in knowing that from Yahtzee. Zylvia's horse-headed. Shall never be... Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Every time I look at these things, they just scare the crap out of me.
Congratulations, Frida. It would appear the rites are drawing to a close. Doubtless the doing of that Orlek in all his bitter spite. For now, your exiles have another chance at freedom here upon the fall of Solium. So too do the Fate, your adversaries. They fought so very bravely for this moment. Whichever side prevails soon shall send one of its own into the warm embrace of civilization.
The pyres burn and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur, the pyres burn and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Fate, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. The bent old cur Dalbert steps forward and struggles for a moment with his mask. Greetings, good heralds. I am called Dalbert Oldheart. It is the greatest honor of my years to stand upon this sacred site upon which the 8 scribes first anointed these glorious proceedings. Nightwings, we are honored to be in your presence once more.
Father, they are our adversaries, not our hosts. We need not be so gentle with them. They shall do their utmost to keep you from your freedom.
Dalbert, your son speaks out of turn. Control him. My sincerest apologies for an unnecessary outburst. Alma, please. We have worked toward this opportunity, and we must make the most of it. He puts his mask back on. My son and I stand ready to begin. As for you, Nightwings, you bring darkness with you. What have you wrought upon the stars? Celeste, please, we do not know what is amiss here. The Nightwings have only come to see that the liberation is carried out. Indeed. Then make your choice, Nightwings. Who among you is to be anointed here? Jody.
Who shall return to glory?
Tizo and Sir Gilman are also eligible. Good to know. But, yeah.
Jodariel.
Your time is up, Jody. If that is your wish.
Who shall
It is.
lend her support?
I want Faye.
Faye.
Oh, I can help? I think I can help.
And who to remain? Tizo, another steadfast companion. Pamitha, the enemy turned ally. See you off. Or Bertrude, so I can learn more about her end. But Tizo will level up if I do it with him. Yes. And he is the one who I would seek to liberate next. So that he can see what the Commonwealth is like. As he said. So I don't know. Yeah, okay.
Tizo.
Scrack!
Tizo seems very determined to support Jodariel.
It is done.
We give thanks to have this opportunity to face you, our Nightwings. Now let us strive to our fullest capability with honor and with grace. I like you, Dalbert, I really do. Save your strength for the Rite, Father, and for the voyage home. Let this be our final battle against them. You're gonna be disappointed, son.
Commence.
Lucky break. What shit? Gotcha. Darn it, I was so close to jumping, I could feel it. Ah, blast, I just wanted to run into him, touch him a bit with my aura, you know? Ah, it's over. That's okay. My Pyre remains strong. Just gotta be focused, that's all. Ah, crap. Get dunked. Blast it all. There we go. Hear us now, O noble Jomware, for we beseech you. Surely we cannot prevail without your aid. If ever you have heard my prayers, I beg of you, please smile upon us now. Whether from his prayer or to the scribes, or simply from Dalbert's resolve, something comes over your fellow exiles here. If they are banished now, they shall not soon return. Oh, bugger. Shit. Don't know why I faltered there. Zip, zip, zip. Shit. Oh my god, that's unfair. That is seriously game-breaking. I can't let them banish me at all. Zip! Get T-zoed on. Sorry, Jody. I know it sucks to be for it to be your liberation right and you not doing a whole lot, but surely you know it's not a shame to have to rely on your comrades by this point, right? Ah, crap! Lee's face coming back. Lucky break for me is what that is. Ah, crap. Not that, though. Not that at all. Oh, crap!
A decisive blow.
It's okay. All is well. Oh, crap!
Pyre cannot take much more of that.
Shut up.
Banishment. A swift recovery. And
There we go. And Jody deals the last blow, as it should be.
Nightwings proved their worth. An outcome which left little room for doubt.
Well, Hedwyn, I fulfilled my promise to you.
Right.
And Jody, you earned this. Don't ever doubt it.
The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Surprised I haven't learned more about the fate at this point. Alas, my son, once more it seems that I have failed you. Father, wait! What good is freedom to us anyway if we would be apart? I do feel bad about dunking these guys though, in particular. They seem nice. After all this time. She turns her gaze toward the rest of you. I never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this. For doing this for me. The life that I recall back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, I know this. If that place still is like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better, for as long as I retain my strength and breath. You see her smile faintly as she disappears into the shimmer pool, though you can still hear her voice, though faintly now. Farewell then, reader. All of you. For now. Jodariel earned back her freedom. May she return in glory.
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may yet continue for a while.
Tizo gives thanks to Howl the Swallow for watching over and protecting him. Yeah.
The 8 scribes gave
Father,
their
wait.
freedom so
Calm
that
yourself,
we
my
may
son.
get
The liberation rite has ended. But, no. How can you be so calm even now, after what happened? Did you strive this night with all your heart, Almer? Yes, but it was not enough. It was not enough. No, my son. It was enough. It was more than enough. Father. Dalbert. I'm sorry. You prevailed in the liberation rite against the fate. Ah, there it is. Already does the Black Wagon feel quieter than usual without Jodariel, who returned to the Commonwealth. You overhear some of your companions reflecting on this. I think I learned so much from her, didn't I? Kree-kraha! Tizo is trying to console Faye with an imp-soothing song. Kree-kraha! You wonder who, if anyone, among you shall be the next to go. Then Volfred asks the group to gather. You sense you know what news he's about to share. Everyone, I must apologize for bringing such news at this late hour, but I felt that you all would wish to know as soon as possible. The context of our plan has changed. 55%. He looks about at everyone before revealing to them what the stars have revealed to you both. The stars above are disappearing. They seem to just be fading away, one by one, for reasons that the scribes alone may know for certain, though we all may harbor our suspicions. See for yourself if you have any doubt that this is so. A hush falls over your companions, all exhausted from the rite, and now stunned into silence. If this phenomenon continues unabated, and we have every reason to believe it shall, then the rites shall cease when the stars no longer shine. Permanently cease, that is. Your companions exchange glances. You sense negative emotions rising. Confusion, fear. Before I gave you the impression that should the Nightwings not prevail in a liberation rite, there would be other chances. This remains so, however, our chances are now numbered. The exact number I have yet to ascertain, but to be quite frank, there are more of us than we have chances left. You sense your fellow exiles are beginning to realize what this means. I know this must be difficult to hear, but it is not to be a cause for panic. Our plan remains essentially unchanged. We shall take which opportunities arise and return as many as we can. I urge you all to take whatever time you need to think this through. At dawn, we shall head south again to Moonlight Alcove. We can discuss this further then. Now please get some rest. Our path grows harder, though not insurmountable. Not while we stand together. We can still prevail. The group disperses. Some whisper in hushed tones. Others turn to their quarters, speechless. There will be time later to better understand this omen. Tariq. After the liberation of Jodariel, you find the lone minstrel back in the wagon, looking as though no such thing had just occurred this night. You think you see him tilt his head as you approach. Some words of congratulation are in order for this evening, I should think, reader, and so congratulations on prevailing in the liberation rite. Surely Jodariel shall be most grateful, and her safe return unto your commonwealth ought to benefit the plan in which now you all play a part. As for your adversaries of the fate, this must have been a bitter loss for them and Dalbert, although they must have known their chance was far from certain. Thus shall we all await the next turn of the cycle of the rites. Celeste and I are to return to our respective duties for the time, as now Scribe's Gate is sealed. I await when next we all shall meet, when next you may yet live up to the glory of the Nightwings in the eyes of the 8 scribes, which yet shined out for us. He trails off, then nods to you in his cordial manner, and bids you a good rest of the evening. In the words of Haub the Swallow,
The Fate united under many mane the Alpha Chief. He is brash, but follows his traditions. He prizes faith, discipline, and honor. Qualities he seems to lack at first. He formed the Fate under the precepts of olden bylaws of his 4-legged ancestors. They believed in a certain natural order in the way of things. Many mane wanted for the Fate to likewise show respect. Initially, he only chose from other curs. He, however, urged the Fate to replenish their numbers from any race or ethnic group thus willing. Thus shall they anticipate what is to come, with open eyes and minds, and never frown upon what is in store for them.
On kinship, in the words of Chastity, the Blessed-born, each one of us within the 8, besides the Impaub, we would have perished in the downside had we not found each other, and together formed our union. Here in the downside, all are bound, but that which binds us here does have some latitude. We chose the bond of kinship. Our exile took precedence over our differences. The empire which had subjugated all our kind into a tense alliance shall give way to a society in which our differences are paramount. There may you embrace your ancient cultures, whilst jointly forming a great culture all its own. Next to mercy, it is kinship that shall form the bedrock of our commonwealth. At least until the idiots take over. Good morning, everyone. We are at the mercy of the stars, and none can say how soon they'll shine for us again. Let us recover for a while at Moonlight Alcove and decide how to proceed. I'll set the next team in my sights and then end it. Now Bertrude's helping Faye with something. Fixing something with Bertrude. That's good. At first they were arguing, but now they seem to be alright. That's good. My original 3 friends are gone now. Best to make yourselves as comfortable as possible here for the time, Nightwings. The rites ought to commence again before we know it. Until then, be well. Thus you and your companions remain on the mountaintop, waiting for the stars to shine again. The cycle of the rites is ending. The news that Volfred and the Lone Minstrel revealed to you now threatens to disrupt the group's resolve. Who most deserves their freedom? Can there be any hope for you or your revolutionary plan to change the Commonwealth, if too few exiles manage to return? These questions hang like a fog over you and your companions as you linger there on Mount Elodiel. For now, the exiles of the Nightwings vow to stick together, for as many opportunities as they shall have. Many moons pass. One cold evening, Volfred finds you off on your own. Afterward. Well, my kin, it's time once more. Come see. Volfred indicates the sky, and through the snow you see that he is right. Soon all of your companions are gathered. Volfred guards the group in a steady manner. As you all know, I have refrained from participating in the rites myself. This was a long-held choice of mine for a variety of reasons. Chief among these reasons is so that I might direct our plan, free from unwanted attention, both from our adversaries here and those who would oppose us in the Commonwealth. Another reason is, my past experience conducting the rites, it did not end on good terms. Before my time, the Nightwings comprised 3 exiles, Brighton, Orisa, and Orlek. Little Tizo was with them as well, still learning in their ways. After Brighton regained his freedom in the Liberation Rites, the Nightwings took me in. A story for another time, but for one thing, I had capacity to read the ancient book. Anyway, when we next earned our way into the Liberation Rite, Orlek was anointed for return. He had long been in exile, and his horns were beginning to show. We prevailed. Little Tizo snuffed the accuser's Pyre. Thus Orlek earned his freedom. However, just as the Shimmer Pool was to engulf him, Orisa, she shoved him from the precipice, and took her freedom in his stead. She perished, of course. Only the anointed can transcend the Shimmer Pool. But she thought the warnings were a myth and paid the price. She was always restless. I presumed Orlek perished too. To survive a fall from Mount Elodiel, I was left alone. Subsequently, I made no attempts to reassemble the Nightwings, knowing that such treachery, such harm was even possible as part of this ordeal. I, frankly, still do not hold Orisa entirely at fault for what transpired. I hold instead the Commonwealth responsible, for it put us in this desperate situation. And I resist the urge to think the rites may partly be to blame as well for pitting brother against brother, sister against sister. Volfred breathes a deep sigh. Now I see that Orlek yet lives, at a time when our plan is already in motion. And even the stars are fading. Perhaps a signal that the scribes themselves know that the Nightwings are divided, and that they do not approve. But I choose to take it as a sign that we must act. The scribes have put us in a set of circumstances where each one of us may rise to the occasion. The Nightwings and our plan need all the help that they can get, and so I have made a decision which I wish to announce here to you all. In the name of the Nightwings, and reader by your leave, I would conduct the rites again. Long have my skills languished in the matter, I admit, although I trust I shall regain them soon enough. While I once vowed never to conduct the rites again, our present situation calls for all of our resources to be brought to bear. So if I may be of use during the rites to come, I shall avail myself. That's all. Now then, our reader shall determine where we are headed come first light. Volfred bows his head to everyone, while the others exchange looks, then one by one salute him in turn. Volfred stands ready to conduct the rites again. Welcome him back to the ranks. Once more do several stars shine bright in the night sky, revealing several paths for you to pursue towards salvation. The stars themselves await the will of the Nightwings. Really close to each other, huh? Well then, let's see it. The Essence, the Chastity, and the Accusers. The Essence are pathetic right now. Let them have their moment. I would happily dunk on the Accusers if the Chastity were not higher. The Dissidents are not my first choice for the top spot, but they're better than most. Very well. To where our first rite was conducted, now without the original members. And let's dunk that smug prick. I see it's time we met again with Manly and the Chastity. Besides, I got cheated out of dunking them before with Orlek's arrival. We can make for the Ridge of Gull at first light, my kitten. Let us recover through the night, for now it is much too late to do much else. I keep misreading these. By day, he was an unassuming history professor. Whoa! Look at that green. Wow. By night, he operated a small but illegal stamping press of his own design, which he used to disseminate provocative ideas concerning how a truly peaceful Commonwealth might look. When his underground press was at last discovered, it was publicly destroyed. Eventually, he too was found and cast down. In the downside, he was taken in by the Nightwings, who sought someone with his experience. Since then, he hatched a long-term plan to recruit like-minded individuals who might stand together to usher in a new age for the Commonwealth. Professor Cassius, contemplative and passionate. Yes. He taught enough history to know what he was forced to teach was not the whole truth. Publishing. Yes. Only 9. Really? That's not right. No, wait. He was at the game longer than he was in the downside. That's right. So poor Bertrude got caught first. Who am I sending out next? I want to say Tizo because he wants to see the Commonwealth. Maybe I should send Volfred, so that he may better enact his plan in person. And Bertrude, for that matter. Or Sir Gilman. I don't know. Faye doesn't really want to go. Pamitha wants her sister to go. Tizo wants to see the Commonwealth. Sir Gilman wants to regain his honor. These two want their plan to succeed. I don't know. Afterward, a list of terms which you may wish to know. As an exile of the downside, as reader of this book, and as conductor of the rites, you are engaged now in a cycle which has lasted since the dawn of this age. Here within this part of the book is offered summary of all key figures, locales, terms, and astrophenomena you shall encounter, either first-hand or in passing on your path. To know the history of the downside and the rites is to prepare yourself to walk the path toward enlightenment, and then to liberty itself. Should you be free again, remember, reveal not the rites themselves, nor the existence of this book. That achievement I got was to read all the pages of the book, but is that counting Maxwell's game as well? I feel I'm missing something. Oh, that's not the end of that. Oh, the terms. Sure, those are nice to know. But even though I've already seen them all, haven't I? have not much to say at this time, for I have... It has been an emotional journey, and I am tired, and I should probably stop because I have work tomorrow. Very well. Then that is done. How many of my dudes am I gonna free? Will I even be able to free them? Will our plan succeed? What portends these signs? So much seriousness about. Let us end it on a funny note. I'm gonna tweak Manly's nose again. I'm gonna do it with Volfred, another sap. Just like, gonna show some mad disrespect to that dude, yo. Seems the dissidents are to take the next Rite, if all continues as... Actually, is there any way to disrupt it at this point? This is something I wonder indeed. 34 favor, same as the Chastity right now. The Tempers have scarce bettered their stations since last I saw them. The Essence and the Fate are practically out of the game. What have I done? There's only like one team I like now, and even then only kind of. And the rest are all bastards I have to keep putting down. Should it have been I let the bastards in at the Rite so that they could all plummet to 0? I don't know. Oh well. I thought letting the teams that I liked participate in the Liberation Rites was the way to go about it. So that even if I lost, it didn't mean a whole lot. But every match matters, right? That's what I should have realized. I only have 2 Rites till the next Liberation. I gotta make these count. If nothing else, at least the Withdrawn are pretty spirit broken. So hopefully their own plots end pretty soon. Goddamn, 16 wins and no losses. I feel pretty good about myself right now. Well, who knows what the future may hold. All I know is that I'm not gonna rest until I see every one of my friends over who wants to go. So, thank you all for tuning in. Please comment and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And remember, you all have the potential to get good. Peace out.